Hello everyone. Today I want to tell a story again. Story time. I got some weird stories, that's for sure. I want to talk about giants and demons and angels and humans. Thousands of years ago, according to the records, Bible, God created the heavens and the earth. And after he had created the world, the universe, he needed some protectors to watch over the earth, and that was the angels. So he created the angels so that they could be guardians, so to speak. The Book of Enoch calls them the watchers. So they were assigned to watch over the world and to observe, not to intervene in the creation, but simply observe, and I suspect report back to God when necessary. After a while, as the eons came and went, after decades, hundreds of years, maybe even thousands of years came and went, these angels looked upon the world. They saw mankind multiply, and they saw our women, and they saw our women were beautiful, and they lusted after our women. They also lusted and wanted very much their children of their own. So they started to speak amongst themselves, debating whether or not it was smart to go down there and take women, mate with them, and produce their own offspring, because that was their wish. Azazel, the chief angel, the head honcho of the angels, so to speak, he said, I don't think this is a smart idea, because I don't think we're all gonna go through with it, and I'm gonna have to bear the blame for it all when God returns. Who knows where God was, but that's what the text says. But the other angels argued that if they implicated themselves by mutual implication, if they all did it, then God couldn't just blame Azazel. Azazel is probably Satan, I suspect. I don't know, but I suspect. They agreed to make a covenant, a pact, that they would go down to earth, take women, earthly women, from whomever they chose, mate with them, make their own children, and so they decided to do this. They descended upon the earth, and they took women of whomever they chose, and they mated with them. The offspring of this unholy union was the giants of old. The giants we have in the mythology of the Greeks, the mythology of the Norse, Zeus, Apollo, Atlas, Odin, Thor, etc. They were all giants, guys. These giants were part angels and part humans, so they needed to feed, they needed to eat, just as humans need to eat. So they got the help of the humans to hunt for animals, whatever it took for them to satisfy their stomach. After a while, there were so few animals left, because these giants needed so much food that it was very difficult to satisfy them. It didn't take long before the earth was depleted, very few animals left, and then the giants turned on the humans, and they started to devour the humans. As you may suspect or deduce, it didn't take long for it to become scarce of humans too. Humans became few, and the giants eventually turned on themselves, turned on each other. These angels, which I characterize as fallen angels, demons, devils, they taught the humans how to extract metals out of the earth, how to make weapons, swords, shields. They taught the humans how to do magic. They taught them astrology. They taught the women how to beautify themselves by coloring their eyelids. Today we call that makeup. They even taught humans how to abort babies by striking the womb, striking the stomach of a pregnant woman to kill the baby before. The Indians had a story to tell when the European settlers came to the Promised Land, to America. They met the Indians, and you know the Hollywood depiction of the Indian raising his hand and going, how? The Indians did this because they knew that these giants had 6 fingers. So it was a way for them to say hello, but at the same time verify whether you were a 6-fingered devil, demon, giant, or not, or a regular human. So that's the reason why they raised their hands and said how. That's not a Hollywood thing. That's the reason why they did it. So the Indians spoke about these 6-fingered giants with red hair for some reason. The settlers thought, oh, this is just barbarians speaking, they don't know anything, right? There was an Indian princess that wrote a book, and she in that book she explained that the Indians, or rather the giants, they made war on her people. So and the Indians, they fought back. One time they chased some of these giants into a cave, and they trapped them inside the cave and said, leave us alone or we are going to kill you. So they gathered out the firewood in front of the cave, and they said, if you don't come out, if you don't surrender, if you don't give up, we are going to light the fire and you will die, right? But no reply came. So they repeated their request, said that come out or we will light the fire. No response. So they lighted the fire, and yeah, after a while the fire burned and died out. They went inside and they couldn't find anything. So where did these giants go? Where did they go? Nobody knows. It's just a tale, guys, from real life. Some of you may be thinking, what the bleep is wrong with this guy? Why is he speaking about this so much? I'm going to tell you another little story. When I was young and foolish, I did some drugs. I took some psychotropic drugs. That's acid. That's a mind-expanding drug. You can use way more of your brain capacity than you normally do when you're on this type of crap. and I went into a party, and this party was filled with people having fun, so I could see their aura, right? And their aura was bright and happy, so to speak. It was a good color. You could tell they were having fun, they were enjoying themselves. And I scanned the room, and it was just incredible, because everyone had such a brightly colored, good aura about them, and it was pleasant to watch. It was rather cool. But as I scanned the room, suddenly I noticed something that disturbed me. I couldn't figure out what it was, but one of the persons in that party, he wasn't bright like all the others. He was, when I looked straight at him, he was black, dark, and there was an emanation of fear and terror coming out of him. So I looked away, baffled. I didn't understand. So I looked away, thought, what the crap is this? And so I looked back again, and what did I see when I looked at him again? In addition to that horrid blackness, the darkness, and the emanation of fear and terror, I saw the eyes of a demon looking back at me, and from that point I knew that there was more to this world than meets the eye. We humans can only see a little bit of the color spectrum, and when I saw what I saw, I was just, okay, so something is going on. I realized something was going on that I couldn't explain at that time, but when I gotten way older, I started to study a lot, read a lot of books, researching the work of other researchers and theologians, etc., etc., and it became pretty obvious what this was. Because when I was younger, I didn't have any concepts of demons and shit. I didn't know about that. But when I saw that, I realized that there are more in this world than they're telling us, and they know it, guys. And these giants, these old men of renown, these powerful, mighty men. The weird thing is that you can trace their bloodline to many of the current aristocrats, monarchs, etc., back to the ancient days. So, yeah, and that's weird in of itself. It's just weird. So, what I'm basically trying to tell you here, guys, is that. And you don't have to believe me. You can check this out for yourself. Not the demon part, of course. Please don't check that out, because that's not cool at all. And you definitely don't want to open yourself up to these sorts of things, because if you do, they will come and possess you, and they will take you over, and they will make your life a living hell. And you won't even know they're in there, because it would seem so natural. It would seem like it's meant to be, almost. But trust me, guys, these are not the good guys. So, pretty please with sugar on top. Keep your discernment. Stay calm, stay chill, and we'll speak next time. Bye.